How we doing, everybody? And welcome to another episode of Getting Jiggly. I'm Will, and today we're getting a little bit of Skytear Hordes played. So this is a game I put up on a poll a while back. Nobody voted on it, but then when I said nobody wanted to play it, somebody else was like, oh, I'd like to see you play it. So we're going to play it. This was a game that made my top games. I think it made my top games of 2025 new to me, and it also made my top 50 list, so you can watch those videos to find out where that is. So I'm going to go ahead and give a brief rundown of how the game plays. If you want better how-to plays, there are other how-to plays out there. I'll try to cover a couple things that I think have caused some confusion, so I had to go through the forums, just double check that what I was thinking is right, because the rule book, of course, is could be better. So here we are. Let me where did I want the camera today? There's where I wanted the camera. I'm like, where do I want the camera? All right, so we are set up for a game of Skytear Horde campaigns. So we are playing, of course, against the boot guys. A boot. We are playing against the Skybooters. That is who we're playing against. And where that comes in is basically in the final boss, the outsider. Atlas is the Skybooters outsider. And then, of course, the decks that you would play against them are different. So in this particular case, we're going to be playing as the red guys. Now I cannot remember their names to save my life, but the red guys. We're playing. There's 3 red decks. I don't know. Nope. Yep. There we go. Here we go. We are playing as Kuromo. We're playing as the Kuromo. There we go. I thought I put the lid on it, which is why I didn't look over there originally. The second thing is during the campaign, you will need to set it up with, if you follow what's in the book, you'll set it up with 2 other factions, which are basically easy factions. So the way the campaign works is we're going to be playing 3 total games. In those, or 4 total games, sorry, 4 total games. In those games, the first game, we're just going to be going up against a level 1 portal. In the second game, we will be going up against a level 1 portal, and then we will have a henchman that we'll need to take out. Third game, another level 1 portal, and another henchman to take out. And then the 4th game will be actually going up against Atlas, which we can see up here at the top. Now, the way you do this is, of course, you do need to build your portal deck. So, of course, it's going to have each of the different portals based on the setup. So in the case of the Skybooters, you need to have the Monolith portal, and you need to have the Renegade portal, and you need to have the Skybooter portal, as well as the standard solo stage 1 portal. Now, this is what's not in the rulebook. You also need your standard stage 2, standard stage 3, standard stage 4, because in the first game, of course, we beat that, we're done, right? But in subsequent games, you kind of want these other portals there so you can get their on defeat effects, right? So this one, for example, if it's destroyed, we get to heal for 4 and we get to draw a card, right? This one here, we get to remove 2 damage from the castle, and you may draw 1 card. So these are very important. The other reason is because of your mana. So you can see in the second one, it's +6, +6, +3. The original is +4. So if you don't upgrade your portal, which I didn't do in one game, you're not going to have a lot of mana. And mana is your resource to be able to play your different cards. The next setup for the campaign is you don't have your full deck. What you have are all of your white icon cards at the very, your tanned out, your grayed out icon cards, and then your 2 legendary purple cards. So that's your starting deck. And then you will have a deck here which we'll be using as a market. So on our turn, we'll be able to spend gold. We start at 10 gold, and some of the different town actions will allow us to buy more cards to improve our deck through each subsequent gameplay. All right. Yeah, so that is that. The other change is when we take damage. I remember, when the pillage action occurs, not when we take damage. When the pillage action occurs, so pillage is with these minions in the back row. If they're in the back row at the end of the phase, or what are they calling it? Yeah, phase. Yeah, the end of the pillage phase, but of the round, I guess. Then they're going to pillage. So what pillage does is two things in campaign. One, you lose money. We don't like losing money. And two, we have to discard cards. So one of the loss conditions is running out of cards. So cards are a very valuable resource. Also, there's not a lot of draw because you draw or have the option to draw whenever you take out one of the minions that are in the rows. Minions or monsters that come out. I think that is pretty much it for the campaign, at least the setup and what it goes. We'll go through it, of course, and get a better idea of how everything works. So we're doing the Skybooter campaign. So there is flavor text. It was kind of weird when I read it normally, because I mean it's just a little bit of flavor text. So I'm not going to read it during this playthrough. It's not really a cohesive story. It's not like they're telling you who the Skybooters are and why who are we again? The Kuromo are trying to attack them. That's not in here. I feel like that is a miss. If I remember, I'm going to talk about it during first impressions. Again, this won't be my first impressions. This will be about my third impressions, because I have played non-campaign and then I played campaign. Did I play 2 non-campaign? I can't remember. I can't remember how many times I played it. I forgot to BGG to find out. The only flavor text we have, at least of what we're doing here, is right Achia. So we'll at least read the lore, right? And I guess we can read about my faction, I guess. Yeah, we can read about my faction and the hordes that we're playing against. That'll work. All right. The hordes are still pushing at our gates, but their strength is getting weaker day by day. Our faith in the alliance has been reinvigorated, and so has our power. Only by supporting each other can victory finally be achieved. One goal, one enemy, one front. And that's from Ekrit, Mistress of the Gales. These are crucial times for Olanta. Despite the new armies created by Temrup? We'll go with Temrup. And the merciless attacks, the Alliance and the realm still resist. Many lands have fallen, but not the capital cities. The core of the dauntless defenses dwells in the mutual trust and collaboration between the sovereigns. Since Queen Freyhel, I gotta love it, since Queen Freyhel has gathered the council of Barap, most old conflicts have been set apart in the benefit of a single and cohesive line towards the borders. The admixture of regiments from one realm to another represents the quintessence of the new chapter. Soldiers who fought against each other in the past are now fighting side by side, reciprocally absorbing the new cultural influences and learning from their former enemies. Maybe called by the chance of shaping a better future or simply taking advantage of the renewed energy that imbues the alliance. Now forces emerge from the shadows to increase the ranks. From the mysterious spiritists, a sect of warrior monks from Kano, whose power relies on unknown combat techniques, to the burrowers, a weird race of magic lizard people who have been lurking in Zotlinian, unexplored caves before now. New allies have joined the fight against the Horde. Temrup, we're back with them again, is far from being defeated though. His previous attempts to create new threats on the four realms granted him the ability to expand through the free territories, but did little for his plans to penetrate the realms and overthrow them. It's time to consider new strategies to leverage the rotten corners of the realm, its imperial alliance. Secret cults allured by forbidden powers, abandoned sons seeking new creators, and ruthless mercenaries could be the key to victory. If his forces cannot breach the walls, they will simply strike from within. Learn more about the lore of Skytear in the 4 hardcover lore books at playskytear.com. So there are lore books I feel like if I'm going to be playing a campaign, I should have had those. They were probably offered in the Kickstarter, but I wasn't going to buy just lore books. I was figuring it was going to be in the campaign. Again, first impressions, second impressions, third impressions. All right. So, which alliance, which horde and outsider, which portal and scenario? So, alliance overview. We are being the disciples. So, a frantic run against time. A frenetic run against time. Your warriors enter the battlefield with impressive buffs, decreasing their power time after time. Do not let your foes retaliate. And then for our horde, we're doing so the campaign scenarios have you go through basically all the easy, all the medium, all the hard, all the harder. You can customize as you go by mixing and matching instead of doing the ones that are in the book. I'm doing the ones that are in the book. So the Renegade, they're easy. Legendary Black Knights coordinate the siege operations of trolls, yetis, and frost giants, relying on their toughness to keep the allies away. And then it says what their outsiders are. Monoliths, easy. Huge monoliths empower minions to charge at the lanes, threatening your castle and your alliance deck. And then Skybooter, which is technically what we're playing. Fire in the hole. While taking cover from the pirates' impressive firepower, keep an eye at the captains who crave your resources more than anything. And of course, they have a single outsider, which is Atlas. Now, one other thing, because I mentioned that customization, I did customize the Horde deck. So you can choose your level just like you can on any normal single game. So what I did was I didn't win at 2, and I didn't want to go all the way down to 1. And to keep it a little bit more thematic where we're doing the Skybooters, was I left all the Skybooter cards for level 2 in, but then I only did the level 1 cards for the other 2. So that is our Horde deck. So it is slightly customized. All right, so we do need to draw 5 cards. And see what we got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops, hang on. Hang on. Let me check the market phase, because I do not remember if the market phase is before or after we draw. I think it is after, because I think we draw our hands, and then we do the market phase. Follow the normal steps for setting up the game. Which normal steps for setting up the game? I would draw my 5 cards. Finally, just before drawing 5 cards and taking them and resolve the scenario from the game. Okay, so before. All right, so it is here. It's kind of weird up here. It says to do something, but then it has this warning underneath. So again, some of the stuff in the rule book is not great, but after you understand it, it makes sense. For your first game, the outsider of stage 1 portal, you win in your turn, you destroy it. Second and third, we get the round. Okay, we're going to talk about. So yeah, so before we do the 5 cards, we're going to resolve the scenario for our first game. The reason you want to do that is because when we recruit, we take all the cards from the offer and we place them on the top of our deck in any order. So they will be part of the first 5 cards that we draw. So you kind of get a good opening hand. So there are 2 scenarios. So this is why I said you can go in and you can read about the scenario. I'll just read the top part of the scenario. I'm not going to go into the book and read the more detailed text. You're going to do each one of these twice, and that's kind of why I also said like the scenario text was stupid, because you're doing these 2 twice, right? So it doesn't say go grab 4 of these. No, you do these twice, and then you beat up each of the outsiders in the back once. So we'll just start with the one that was on top. So this is Look Back in Anger, scenario Skybooter. Akuma turned his head towards the survivors of the expedition. He could read the anger in their eyes, their thirst for vengeance. Caressing the guard of Ishiro, his katana, he felt burning sparks of rage growing along his fingers. Soldiers, turn back the ship. Skybooters must pay. Our companions cry for revenge. So, these are the things we can do. Let's see here. Yep, I don't know if that's even readable. I haven't figured out how to get my, like I've seen other people with the 4K cameras, it focuses real good on here. I probably need to do manual focus, and I think right now I have it on autofocus. All right. So basically what we have is we have 4 options while we're here. We have 10 total gold. So the first is -3 gold, a sortie on fire. Place a -1 health token on the leftmost monster lane. So it means they would come in with -1 health. We can do this an infinite amount of times. -2, wrong maps. place a -1 armor in the leftmost monster lane without a -1, then increase by 1 the cost of this action. So the first time we did it, it could be -2, then -3, -4, -5, and we just have to keep increasing it. -4, never outgunned, assault 3. This is where keywords come in. Assault X, deal X damage to the portal or the outsider. The outsider, okay. So we can just right off the bat, for 4 gold, take 3 damage off of the portal, which would make this go faster. Probably going to do that so we can speed up this game a little bit to make sure we can get through all 3 pieces. Now, most of the playthroughs I see, win or loss, it runs about an hour and a half, so we got plenty of time. And then the last one is repair and recruit. Remove 4 damage from the castle and recruit 2. So let's go ahead and do the first one, never outgunned. So that's going to drop us down to 6. All right, which then does 1, 2, 3 damage to them. So they're only at 3 now. And then we're going to repair and recruit 2. So the way recruit works is based on the number. Then we're going to form 3 offers. And then the offer is times the number of the recruit. So in this case, we'll have 3 offers of 2 cards. And then when we take an offer, we take all the cards of that offer. So let's zoom back out. All right, so we have those 2, and those 2. All right, and that cost us 4, so it puts us down to 2. So we do have enough to put a -1 there. So maybe we'll go ahead and do that with our last 2. You really start rolling in the money because you can tell as long as you don't get a lot of the pillaging, then you don't lose it. And we're getting an additional 31 coins once this phase is over. So what do we got? We have a black card, a couple white cards. So these are our highest ones. This is a freebie, Supernova spell. Play an ally gains -2. They lose 2 health. Each ally and monster within 2 lanes gains 1. So it basically blows up. So the guy that blows up takes 2 damage. Everybody within 2 lanes takes 1 damage. Okay, so it's a AoE. Spiritualist, play. You may discard a card from your hand. If you do, current monk gains a number of armor equal to the mana cost of the discarded card. And he's fast. So fast, which my castle already also has. Fast basically allows you to both engage and move in the same turn. So that's actually pretty good. Because that was one problem I had when I played before is you can't do both, right? So if I needed to move to a different lane that was empty, then I couldn't engage. I couldn't even bring down one of the minions. Spell, choose an ally. It gains resolve the play ability of an ally in the discard pile. Any part of the reference the ally in the discard pile references the chosen ally. Okay, so you get to use an ability in the discard pile. Play, if an engaged monster is surrounded, it gains -2 health. And again, we have our fast. Starry Aura, attached ally has +2 attack and barrier. Play, for each lane from the left to right, the attached ally and the monster, they may strike each other. For each lane from the left and the right, the attached ally and the monster there. Oh, okay. So basically, if I'm here, I can attack here, here, and here, and this monster can attack me too. Okay. And then another spell box. So these guys are both 2. They're not very expensive. He's a 4. I don't think I want that because that's going to be too expensive in the first couple rounds. So, but I don't think I want the Supernova. So we're going to get rid of these. So I'd say get rid of them, but they go back to the bottom of the deck. So they will eventually come back anyways. And we will go ahead and put these on our deck in this order. All right. And then, like I said, we have 2 more coins. I'm going to go ahead and spin them to put a -1 there. So whoever comes down there is going to be -1 attack. All right. We gain our 31, 20, 30, 31. guess we'll just stack them on top of each other. That works. All right. And then this one goes away. So that is what I will treat as our next henchmen. We have to bring them in, I guess. All right. So we get to draw 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that was the market phase, or the scenario phase, I guess. All right. And we do have the option to mulligan. I believe mulligan is my entire hand, though. Let me double check. It's probably in the setup. Card inventory. There we go. Setup. 3. Draw my okay. Each player draws 5 cards from Lion's deck. May choose to mulligan, discard any number. Okay, so it is any number of cards. Okay, so I can choose how many cards I want to discard. All right, so what do we got? We got our Spider Monk. So I liked him. Play engage minion. Basically, he gets -2. So this doesn't help me now because I need monsters out there. Was I supposed to shuffle my deck after the mulligan? Yeah, and then shuffle. Okay, I'm about to say, don't let me lose hit points at the beginning. Down the alley, play, return 1 ally in play to your hand. If you do, reduce the mana cost to the next. Okay, so that's good. That'll bring back a damage guy. I start with. I'm going to start with 4 mana. 4 mana. So, ally spirit is play. If Horse Monk is surrounded, it gains +1. So we kind of want to have people around him. Okay. So I don't dislike this hand. We'll keep it. We'll keep it. I don't know enough about the game of what cards I want to keep and not keep, and I've never played this faction before. So now we're going to start the Horde phase. So we gain our mana. So we get 4 mana right there. All right, and then we are going to summon cards from the Horde deck. So right now, it is 1. So the top number is how much is summoned. So we summon 1. It is a monster. That means it goes right there. He does get now -1 attack, so his attack is only 1. Then we need to reinforce. That means we need to add the hearts to the minions. The minions' health and attack are equal to their health. So basically they have 0 until they get something in them. Summon all cards in the outsider pile. There aren't any yet. And then rotate clockwise. All right. So then next round, we know that we're going to have 2 guys come out. All right. So again, if we attack him, we're going to take damage too. So that's the only downside of putting somebody out. Exhaust, resume the move, and engage universe in any order. Oh, so he's actually telling me what fast is. So we have 4. I could get 2 guys out. I think we want to get 2 guys out. So we're going to go ahead and play him for 2. 1, 2. And then we're going to play him for another 2. So right now he doesn't have any bonus because, well, he's not surrounded. So that's my other 2. I am going to engage. The problem is there's 3 of those guys. Should I just let the Yeti through? I think instead I want to do this. I think I'm going to let the Yeti through because I think I'm going to engage 2 because I don't want to pillage two cards right off the bat. So we're going to engage 1. Doesn't matter which 2. 2. All right. So there we go. All right. So play alliance cards, use exhaust abilities. We have done so. Yeah, see, this is the problem. This play, if he was already here, would have taken effect, but he wasn't already there. All right. Although I could move him over here. I mean, either way, I'm doing 1 damage. Play the outsider or the portal gain 2. Oh, so actually, I forgot. I missed his play ability. the portal gain 2. So it's actually good that I did that damage to the portal. So he's at the same hit points I am. Treachery. The outsider or the portal gain 1. So treachery. Resolve the treachery card. Okay, that's if it came out as a treachery. Yeah, it's if it came out as a treachery. Okay. Yeah, he's not gonna. I mean, he's just doing 1 damage to me. He's not gonna keep healing, so I'm not worried. I'm not worried about him. It didn't matter which one I left. I'd rather get rid of these 2 guys. Now again, if they don't get defeated and they go back, they don't pillage by not being defeated out here. So it doesn't really matter. All right, treachery phase. Resolve a treachery card. Boop. Treachery card is right. Oops. So it's on the right side. Treachery. The portal gains +2 temporary defense. We weren't going to attack the portal this turn anyways. Right. Easy as that. Resolve the Horde fight abilities. So he is going to attack for 1, but I have a armor, so that just gets blocked. And then... Sorry, resolving fight abilities first. There are no fight abilities. Nobody has any fight abilities, so we're fine. All right, so now we're going to do the ally strike. So he strikes for 1. He strikes him. 1 damage, 1 damage. So he's gone. He is gone. That does allow us to draw a card. And then he attacks him. So 1 damage. Gets rid of him. And then I do take a damage myself. So we get to draw another card. All right. So that was the fight phase. All right. Pillage phase. So monsters in the back row. There are monsters back there. So we're going to lose 1, 2. So that's going to put us at 20 or 30. No. 29. Forget, this is 0. All right, and then pillage there. We discard 2 cards. All right. That was round 1. All right, so gain mana. We are still gaining 4. Summon cards. Pursuer, monster, skybound, fight, pillage 3. So he's going to pillage 3 cards. Ooh, I don't like that. This also goes away because it was temporary. And these go away because they were temporary. Yeah, he's got 3 hit points too. That's not good. All right, so that was the first one. Second one, monster, skybooter, fight. Chaser deals 3 damage to the closest ally within 1 lane. That's not good either. All right. Reinforce, no reinforce. Summon all cards in the outsider, no outsider. Rotate 90 degrees. All right, so now I've got way too many guys out there, and he's going to do a lot more damage. I do get my shield back, though. Play, choose 1. The castle gains 3 temporary. A surrounded non-epic monster gains -1 health. Yeah, so it'd be one of these 2. Oh, surrounded would be this guy. He would get -1 health. Play return 1 ally in play to your hand. If you do, reduce the mana cost of the next ally you play this turn by 2. So I can bring him back. So why not? I'm going to play that immediately. That brings him back. So now the next ally I play is going to be reduced by 2. Which... Choose an ally. It gains and resolve the playability of the ally in a discard pile. Play, choose 1. Oh, this is where I can beef up the castle. So I think maybe that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to play the monk for free. He's not surrounded, unfortunately. He does 2 damage. He does 1, so that's fine. He'll stay out. And then we will pay 3 to put. Actually, I wasn't looking at those. Earlier I wasn't looking at the hit points, but I know they were at 1 hit point, so it didn't matter. Let's have him. We're going to lose 2 coin and 2 cards. I'm fine with losing 2 coins and 2 cards. There's just too many monsters out there right now. Let's put him here because he can take that guy out. And then we're going to go ahead and play. So that was a 3. I'm going to play this one. Choose. The castle gains 3 temporary armor. So I'm technically at 4 armor now. All right. So I have protected the castle. That is all I can do. To the treachery phase. All right. So first, resolve a treachery card. So the far right treachery. The portal gains +1. So he's back to 6. I guess it's good I did that. Oops. What happened? I don't know why that completely unfocused. Hello, camera. Are we good? I have no idea why that completely unfocused like that. Yeah, I think I might try to do a manual focus before I do next playthrough. Yeah, no clue why I did that. All right, so that was the treachery card. Resolve fight effects. No fight. Pillage 3 cards. Yay. 1, 2. That's not good in this one because I've got less of a deck than you would normally have. Which is why I need to get rid of him. Unfortunately, he can't do it. So maybe I'd lose both guys, though. I'd get rid of him, but I'd lose both guys. I think I have to. I should have done it this way. Which didn't matter. Fine, I used my ability to exhaust a move. Fight, and then this fight ability. Chaser deals 3 damage to the closest ally within 1. Oh, jeez. It's going to take him out anyways. So maybe I did want to do it this way. Because it's going to take somebody out. So I'd rather take this guy out. Dang it. All right. All right. Attack phase. They attack each other. I do 4 damage. He does 2 damage. So I take 2. 1, 2. And that does defeat him. That does let me draw a card. He attacks. It's undefended, but I can block that. And he attacks, which again, I can block that. So don't take any damage. It wasn't bad that they were undefended, but I forgot. I should have looked at his fight ability closer. Because that's going to hurt. Anybody I put within 1 lane. So anybody I put in these 3 lanes, he can attack. That sucks. All right. Pillage, we lose 2. I think I'm going to probably lose on this first game. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I haven't even hit the portal yet. I've got 7 cards left. So I'm basically going to be where I can't draw unless I have to get a card, like another ally out. This is probably a loss. All right. I'll remove temporary tokens. Flip this token. Discard cards down to 7. Don't have that problem. All right. So gain mana. Back to 4. Resolve cards. Luckily, there's no resolve this. So this is straight damage to 4 damage to the portal. Now, if the portal hadn't healed up to 6, we'd be somewhere. So, we don't have to summon. There's nothing there. We do need to, and there's no reinforce either. So we're actually pretty good on this one. All right. So now we get to rotate 90 degrees and then play our cards. All right. So we have the Falcon Monk. Play. If you have 2 cards in hand, deal 1 damage to the engaged monster. If you have 1 or no cards in hand, deal 2. So I want to play. Basically, I want to play all my cards so I can do 2 damage, right? And get rid of that guy. So do I have an ally that I want to use their playability? Play, choose one. Discard 2 or more cards and then draw 2 cards. Resolve the playability of an ally costing 2 mana or less. It has to be an ally. Heroic ally. Oh, Kumaya is who they discarded. Play, the engaged monster strikes Kumaya, then destroy that monster. Unfortunately, I can't do that because there's no monster. Would that count for the portal? Destroy the portal. Play, if the engaged monster is surrounded, gains -2. So none of my play abilities can I use on him. I was trying to say, like, could I use him, pull him back beforehand? So I want to get rid of both. Because it's an engaged monster. Spell. Yeah, so that card does me no good. So, I mean, I can play it and just can't do anything. I mean, I'm going to play it. It just doesn't do anything because I want to get it out of my hand. And we're going to play this one to bring him back. And makes it 2 less, so now he costs 1 to play. We're going to play him here, because we definitely want him to attack the portal. And now, we're going to pay 1 to play him here. If you deal 2 damage, if I have no cards in my hand, so that takes this guy out. I've currently got no cards in my hand. May not be the best, well, I'm going to draw a card because of him. All right, but now both of them are going to attack, so we're going to be able to defeat the portal on this turn. So, resolve the treachery card. Unless I choose to engage. I don't know. I think we've got it because he's going to do 4. We're going to do 5 damage here. There's no way for him to boost it, but we're going to do 5 damage. And if I bring down a guy, then he's just going to get knocked out. Although he could possibly attack again if another monster doesn't go there. Although I could move and just straight attack. Yeah, because my castle's got plenty of hit points. No, I think we're good. We're going to leave it like this. All right. So, treachery card. On the far left guy, he is going to attack. There's nobody for him to attack. So, I did nothing. All right. Fight effects. Fight. He's going to pillage 3 cards. So 1, 2, 3. I got 3 left. I'm going to lose 2. So technically, I've got 1 turn left. The next turn, I have to defeat the portal. All right. He's going to attack. He's going to do 4 damage to the portal. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's going to attack for 1. I'm going to block it. And then I'm going to attack for 1. No. Wrong one. That's mana. For 1. I wish they would have made somehow slightly different. I mean, I could try to... You can use... So in a 2-player game, you use these for mana. But, like, this looks like mana. So, I use that. All right. That's that. All temporary things. Flip that over. Everybody's unexhausted. All right. So, gain mana. So, we are going to get to 5. And then, Horde card. Again. 1 guy comes out. Oh, hang on. I forgot to pillage. Sorry. Pillage. Oh, and I should have lost probably 2 gold 2 other times. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to lose 4. Just to make sure I have everything lost as it should be. All right. Horde deck is 1 card. Compass. Attachment. Skybooster. Play. Onaki minions gain +2/+1. Ooh. They're Onaki. Naki gain +2. It doesn't matter because this is game because the portal only has 1 hit point. +1. Attach Cloud Compass to them. They also gain Horde cards are summoned concealed. So basically what that means is till the end of the this round, right, until I reset, all the cards would have to be put face down and get revealed when they do their fight effect. So that wasn't bad. That's exactly kind of what I wanted to happen. We're going to go ahead and put out my Heroic Ally play. You may play one ally from the discard pile, reducing its mana cost to 0. There isn't really a reason for me to do this, to be honest. I'm just playing her. I'm playing her, and I'm going to play him. Oh, not him, the Phoenix. Where's the Phoenix? Play her. Play the Phoenix. Oh, I'm sorry, Falcon Monk. He then is going to do 2 damage to this guy. 1, 2. Right. There's no reason for me to do anything. I don't even know why I did that. I should just called it. So now we're going to do the Treachery card. Oh, hang on. We want to engage. So I don't know why we're engaging. There's no reason to engage. This is it, right? Treachery card. He's going to attack. So he's going to attack for 1. So takes that out. And then I attacked him for 1. There we go. And then regular attacks. So we need to do the... Hang on. If I run out of cards now in this step, I think it's when I have to... That's a good question. If I run out of cards now, I may need to rewind that. So, alliance phase, fight phase, end phase. The outsiders destroyed, you win. Hang on. Return pillagers. Pillage. Each monster in back line, pillage card, pillage abilities. Pillage. There's end phase. Where does it talk about game over? Normally at the end it says, here's how you lose the game. This doesn't say that. Again, this rulebook is not great. And this is their 3rd edition of this rulebook, and they still can't get it down because they basically just copy and pasted the rulebook each time and fixed the 1 or 2 things they thought they needed to fix. And by the time they got to the 3rd one, they assumed everybody knew how to play, not like, oh, somebody's going to get in at this level, which is very bad design. The outsider was destroyed. No, that's not what we're talking about. Follow these steps. Pillage each monster in back line equal to their attack. Pillage card. Take the top card of their line stack and discard pile. Pillage abilities. Monsters in the back line resolve. Turn pillagers. Move each one to the back line. Finally proceed to end phase. When do you check that your deck runs out? How to play. Minions back line. Key concepts. Horde deck. Outsider cards. Choose an outsider. No. Horde. No. Draw. No. Alliance deck. Where does it talk about losing because you ran out of cards? This is horrible. Again, it should not be that hard to find. Here we go. Win or losing. All players at the end of the turn in which the outsider is destroyed. All players immediately lose when either the castle is destroyed or an alliance deck is empty. Immediately lose. So if I didn't draw that card, the previous turn, how much rewinding would I have to do? I'd have to take all the damage off of him. That's fine. Right? I would have pulled this guy down. Right? I would not have drawn a card for that. And I would not have pillaged a card for that. Right? So, I still only have 3 cards. Still a loss. Still a loss. Because I didn't take this guy out. What I would have had to do is this on that previous turn. So the castle would be back at 6. We wouldn't have done any damage to the castle. Right? Yeah. So we would have had to do this. This wouldn't happen yet. This will still happen, but it wouldn't have happened yet. All right, so we're rewinding a little bit. Okay. So, because I forgot, I keep forgetting these fight abilities. They fire off first, so that's going to deplete my deck, right? So, so during that turn, he would not have done his fight effect yet. Well, no, he'd still do his fight effect because this is a turn ago. Okay, so he did his fight effect. I lose 3 cards. It's fine. Oh no, I should have one more, right? Because it was a pillage 2. I did a pillage 2, and I drew a card, and I only had 1 card left for that guy. Yeah, all right. So now we'll do the pillage. He did that, all right, and then we're attacking, so I can take him out, which would allow me to draw a card. I could choose to draw the card. I'm not going to draw the card because I'm low on card draw. And then these 2 would attack, so it's 1 and 1. So same thing. I can choose to draw a card. I'm not going to draw a card. Then this was my card that I pulled for the turn. So this would go here. Right. And then, oh, he would have done 1 damage to me. Yep. Okay. So then we're on this turn. The pillage still would happen on this one. So I'd still lose 1 there. And then I would still lose a gold. So I'm back there again. All right. So now on this turn, you're going to pillage for 2. And he's going to pillage for 1. I have no cards. It's game over. I mean, I redid that whole thing and it's still game over because I have no cards. But I had to draw a card on that turn, which say I did that and I drew her, right? It's 5 to play her, right? And then, so that's all 5. She allows me to play an ally in the discard for free. Yeah, okay, no, this is fine. This is what I wanted to do. Okay. If I have to, yeah, so that's fine. That's what I needed to do. I knew I had it, but I couldn't figure it out. Okay, so that's 4, 5, 6. So that's it. All right. So that's the first one. Some weird shenanigans had to happen to make that work, but I want to play all 3, so I was probably going to fail forward anyways. So it's neither here nor there. So get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that. All right, so now we set up for the second one. Gotta shuffle these. As I said, the game is hard even on easy. Like this is supposed to be, again, this is only 1.5 difficulty, and it's still hard. I think it would have been if I hadn't gotten that healing where it healed their portal twice to get it back up to 6, I probably would have had a little bit better chance. A little bit better chance. All right, so that is their deck. All right, so we're going to go to the next portal. So this time we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. Put all 4 portals there. That goes there. All right. This is going to be our outsider when he comes in. Monsters have destroyed resolve the fight ability. Oh, so when you kill them, they fight again. And then he's only got 4 health though, so he's not too hard to take out. We will put him there for now. All right, we are doing the Isle of the Blade. Trade or Blade. Each player search for the weakest legendary ally in their deck and discard it. Then shuffle the alliance decks. Oh, well, that's not fun. Weakest legendary ally in their decks. Discard it. Then shuffle their alliance deck. I think she's the only one in my deck, right? No, I got both of them. So weakest, I'm guessing they mean by attack. So she's the weakest by attack. Then shuffle my deck. -3. The price for heroes. Each player places the legendary ally set aside on the top of their deck. Which I can't even afford her. So the question is, do I go ahead and do that just to get the card back? Then it'll take me a turn of not spending all of my resources. Okay. Souls for sale. Discard the top card of a player's deck. You may exile that card to gain 2 gold. I don't need the gold. For no gold, they must pay. Discard cards from the Horde deck until you discard a monster and summon it. Gain 3 additional mana. That I think I am going to do. So, we want a monster. That is not a monster. Monster. That is a monster. So, he comes in automatically. But that's going to give us our 3 mana. The portal should be at 6. So now we have that 3 mana, so I'm going to go ahead and spend 1, 2, 3 coins to put her on the top of the deck. And then we get to buy cards. So it's a recruit 2, remove 4 damage. We honestly didn't take any damage. And I think that's one thing I missed. Like I read this earlier that you're supposed to basically let the castle take damage is basically the rule. So actually, let's put him here. Let's pull it out. So we're going to go ahead and do that once. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're at 18. So 1, 2, 3. All right. So. Release the spirits. Release the spirits mana cost by X, where X is the number of allies in your discard pile. Play Bless 3, an ally. What is Bless? Bless. Choose, okay, a defense or attack. Add that number of tokens. That's not bad. I like that. Attachment. After you reveal the treasury card, Assault 5, which is deal X damage to the portal or outsider. Oh, I like that too. I think I'm getting these 2. I like these 2. That's expensive, but I like these 2. Play. You may discard 1 card from your hand. If you do, Karen Monk gains any number of attack equal to the mana cost of the discarded card. Alright, so he was from earlier. Vapor. Ally. After striking the portal for the first time in a turn, Vapor echoed, and a monster within 1 lane may strike each other. Elusive 2. Elusive. After striking a monster for the first time in any turn, an ally with elusive may move to a free lane. This might allow them to strike again this turn. Okay, so she moves around. All right, we already talked about Starry Aura. I didn't like that. Lead Hunter. After a minion entered Lead Hunter's lane, Gorilla 1. Remove X plus health tokens from a minion, either in front or the back lane. Armor does not prevent this effect. Okay, so he removes the plus reinforcements on these 2. Oddly, even my Mac got crooked. I don't know what the camera did. That is so weird. All right. I like him too. I like this one's and this one's. Like playing that spell allows me to add things, but it is expensive. It's more expensive than this one. But I don't like that Starry Aura. That's the problem. I don't really care for the Starry Aura. I think we're gonna go with these 2. I'm gonna go with these 2. Put them on the top of my deck. All right, and then all of you guys go back to the bottom. We're gonna do that again. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Roof Sentinel. So these are the same. Exhaust, remove X attack. Roof Sentinel deals X damage to the 2 closest monsters. Exhaust, pay 1 mana, Roof Sentinel gains 1 attack. Okay, so you gain attack on him because he's at 0, and then you remove that attack to deal that amount of damage to the 2 closest, so he can target 2 lanes. I like that. Play if engages around. Okay, that's the we already had a Fire Monk. Play the next play ability resolves 1 additional time this turn. Fight, you may return a Temple Master to your hand. So he has a fight ability. And then I have another one of them. There's the lead hunter, so he's back. I did like him. Sensei. Increased number of play abilities of neighboring allies by 1. So basically he can do it twice. And then he's Defender, which I would imagine adds defense. Imagine. Defender. An unengaged ally with Defender. Do not strike the portal during the fight. Okay, so he cannot... He doesn't strike the... He doesn't strike the portal. He can only strike minions. I do like this guy, though. I like these Sentinels being able to attack 2 lanes. I think I'm going to do these 2. I'm going to do these 2. All right. Yeah, I can do it again. I mean, I'd rather just spend everything, so we're going to do it again. 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh, hey, we got our Sensei. And that's kind of who I wanted. I think that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, I want the Sensei. Sensei. All right. All right, so we're good. We did that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is pretty much everything we just bolt. All right. Do we want to mulligan anything? Destroyer. After reveal the treachery card, assault. I like that. That's good. Oh, the only problem is I just realized is the destroyer, based on whether the treachery is on the left or the right, is where it's going to attack. So it can actually attack my own castle. I got my Roof Sentinel. I like him. I like him because I can put him here and he doesn't get hit. Temple Master, play the next play ability resolves 1 additional time. So if I play him, no, that's an exhaust ability. Defender, so again, he's only good for... I like everything here, and they're low cost. That's the main thing. They're all low cost except for her, and I can use her later. So I think I'm going to keep my hand. All right. So, gain mana. So, I gained mana because I did that thing, right? Yes. So, this is going to put me at +4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, I have 7. I can pretty much get everything out. Summon cards from the Horde deck. We are at 2. Monster. Fight. Monster. Fight. Oh, they all got fight. Why do you guys all have to have fight? Alright, so. My kitty cat. Kitty cat can... He only gains 1, but it's a 1 permanent. And he would be able to do 1 damage to each of these guys. And they only have 2 hit points. But, well, he's got 4 hit points. He can stand up to that guy. Yeah, let's do that. We're going to go ahead and play him here for 1. We're going to... the problem is I don't have another play ability. So, he can only summon guys. We'll play him for 2. 1, 2. What are we? We have 4 left. The problem is I don't have another play ability. But on the fight, I can bring him back. He does 4 damage. Let's do our attachment. We're going to attach that there for 1. And I guess we're going to play him, because worst case, we just bring him back. But, that's going to fight. Deals 2 damage to the engaged ally. So I'm not going to put somebody there. Fight, if Deep Howlers are not engaged, they deal 3 damage, which they're engaged. Fight, Chaser deals 2 damage to the closest ally within 1 lane. So he's going to attack here and here. which they've got decent hit points. So I'm going to put him here. All right, so we're going to exhaust to gain a permanent attack. There. We're going to exhaust to engage. We're going to exhaust to engage. I'm going to try that, what I forgot to do last time. Let the castle take damage, because I mean, I'm at full 15 health, and it blocks 1 by default. We need to get through and hit this. All right. So that's that. So I have a treachery card. Treachery is the right. So unfortunately, assault 5 on the right. So my castle takes 5 damage. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That might not be a good idea. That card may not have been my best idea. All right. Now we're going to resolve the fight ability. So again, he does nothing. He does nothing. He does 2 damage to the closest ally within 1 lane. So technically I can have him attack either one, because it's the ally within 1 lane. So I'm going to do... They're both away, I guess, exhausted. So I'm going to do both of them to him. Since he's just a defender, this is his job. He's defending. Yeah, and same thing. He increases the number of play abilities by neighboring allies. So this guy by 1. But again, he then allows you to the next play ability, which I didn't have another play ability. It's kind of a bad starting combo. I didn't read the cards. Maybe I should have mulliganed. All right. So that's all the fight abilities. His fight ability lets me bring him back. I don't want to do that. So he's going to attack for 1. That puts me at 10. And then he's going to attack for 1. And I'm going to attack for 1. So 1 damage to you. 1 damage to me. He's going to attack for 1. He's going to attack for 1. And I'm going to attack for 1, which gets rid of him. Which allows me to draw a card, because I'm going to need that. And then he's attacking me for 1, which kills me. But I'm attacking him for 4, which kills him. Technically, I could have also spent a man. I could have exhausted the castle. By spending a mana, and then I could have moved him. In the end, it's the same difference. All right. So, and then I get to draw a card for that. All right. So, all temporaries are removed. No pillage happens because we killed them all. Oh, I forgot to get my money at the end of that round, didn't I? Should be at 31. 31. All right. We forgot to rotate this too. Horde phase. Horde is doing absolutely nothing this turn. Yay. I like that. All right. I said this is supposed to take like an hour and a half. I guess I don't know my own playthroughs. All right. So, gain mana. We get 4 mana. Oh, hang on. I used 2 for that other guy. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Summon Horde cards. We're summoning 0. Reinforce. We're going to reinforce 0. Summon more cards in the outsider pile. There aren't any. All right. And rotate 90 degrees. That's a step I forgot last time. All right. So I got my girl. I can play a card from the discard pile for 0. So I think I am going to do that. It does mean I lose her. That's the only... Oh, no, she's got 4 health. So we're going to put her here. We're going to play a card from a discard pile for free, which is that one. That one and that one. That one and that one. Oh, unexhaust, unexhaust. So, 4, 5, and then... I don't know why I put her there. I should put her there. 4, 5, 6. That's enough to take out the portal and bring out the bad guy. Right? Because again, fight. He doesn't do anything. We do get our armor back now. Fight is going to do nothing because he is engaged. And then fight deals 2 damage to the ally within a place. So he's just going to take out one of these two. I can choose which one. So, I'm going to exhaust to remove this, and then that does 1 damage to the 2 closest monsters. So they're all equally close. So we're going to do to the 2, we'll just do the 2 weakest ones. Do him and him. So then he's going to do 2 damage here, but again, that will knock him out, but then that will knock me out. So it's fine. It's fine. I want to take this out and then get him out. Is kind of the deal of this play. All right. So oh, hang on. Let's do this. Well, no, doubling her playability doesn't do any good. I don't have anybody else in the discard pile. And then the next playability, I didn't have another one because I couldn't play another card. Yeah, because it's 4 and 6. Way too expensive. Way too expensive. All right. So that's it. All right. Treachery card. So again, we may be able to do it just because of the treachery card if we can hit it for 5. No, it's going to hit us for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And earlier, the one on the left should have attacked, which means technically this guy is knocked out. I forgot about that. Dang it. No, would he have been? No, because he would have retaliated and taken him out. So we'd still be in the same spot we are. Okay. Yeah, we'd still be in the same spot we are. All right. All right. Fight, nothing. Fight, nothing. Fight, he does 2 damage to the enemy nearest guy. So we're going to do the 2 damage here. Just fine. Gotta get that attachment going anyways. All right, so now fight phase. He's going to attack for 1. Oops. Which is blocked. Technically, something else should have blocked that. Oh, well, it's blocked. He's going to attack me for 1, and I'm going to attack him for 0, so it doesn't do any good. You go away. He's going to attack for 1, and then we're going to attack for 6, so that is enough to take out this one. So, reset the... I don't know if you're supposed to reset this. I think you do. So reset this. He goes over here. No pillage happens because there was no pillage to happen. Unexhaust. Right? Right. We took out absolutely nobody there, so that's not good. Barrier. What is barrier? Fun thing with cut, like this one here annoys me. It says barrier on the card, and there's plenty of room for more text. Like most card games, like, you know, I guess I'm used to like Pokemon and Magic and stuff where you don't have a rule book, so they have to put some of what the things do on at least a card in the deck, so then you know. If a card has with barrier and no damage would gain any amount of damage, put a single damage on that card instead. Armor must be used before barrier. Okay, so you basically have to attack him once, and then you can attack him again. That's annoying. Okay. So, back to here. We get this back. Oh, I need to recover some health, something fierce, or I gotta keep these guys from hitting me. All right, so we're 2 and 2. This is not a good. Let me double check if I was supposed to turn that, because we were currently upside down, which was 2 and 0. So defeat a portal. Outsiders, fight phase. Pillage, nope, not pillage. Solve treachery, reaction, fight, resolve, fighting, unengage. I tell you, it's horrible. Like, this rulebook is just horrendous. If you don't play this game every day, like, this rulebook is horrendous. It's making me more upset as we go. Plus, my fan's not on because it's been cold and now it's hot. So now I'm getting more heated. Resolve the next lane. Repeat the steps. Now, we don't want to resolve lanes. We want what happens when you defeat a portal. Maybe it's under the portal section. Like, there's one about the drawing the card. It's not in the section of talking about combat. It's all the way back on page 9. Like, before you even get to that part. Form face up pile of forest. Stage 1, stage in the bottom. Place these portals left or right markers. No. So, I guess we don't rotate it? Destruction. When the health of a card is 0 or less, the follow steps. Destroyed. So, when this one's destroyed, right? Stage 1 portals destroyed, place the outsider, which I did, right? Which I forgot I needed to do the bring him in. So now the monsters also, when they're destroyed, do the fight ability. But again, portal. Replace the card with the next stage in the portal, its upright location. There it is. It's all the way back here in the destruction section, not in the section where you're talking about doing the fighting and battling. Just, that's not good. Like, you repeat yourself. Repeat yourself in your rulebook. How do I do this, guys? How do I do this? So, he can only take 1 damage, so it's best to keep Sensei there to basically take the brunt of the damage. So, let's get our portal goes back up to 8. 4 mana. No, 6 mana. Yeah, portal 2. Good. 6 mana. Resolve the Horde cards. Yay! Attachment. Played. Onaki gets 3. That's not good. Now I'm going to have 3 guys. And then attach the compass to them. All other Horde cards are concealed. So, that means I don't know if that's a spell or a monster until it's revealed. Until we get to that lane. Okay. Reinforce 2. 1, 2. And rotate 90 degrees. And none of these have a 0. None of those have a 0. I only have 3 hit points left. I don't have any way to heal my castle. I have no way. I mean, defeating that would do it, but I've got a full lane up here now. So, 6 spell, release the spirit's mana cost by X, where X is the number of allies in your discard pile. So I have 1 ally in my discard pile, because she brought 1 back. So, he's going to pillage for 3. Yeah, I think he pillages for his health, so he's going to pillage for 3. After striking the portal for the first time in a turn, Vapor echoed and a monster within 1 lane may strike each other. Problem is I can't, I'm going to have to swap her to do that because I got to put her here. Alright, I mean, that's the only card I got to play. So, that is 4. Alright. So, we are going to... I can't exhaust the castle because I can't take -1. So we're going to exhaust these 2. And then, yeah, that's really all I've got. Yeah, that's all I can do. So, treachery. Attack, left guy, he can't. There's nobody for him to attack. Well, I guess he still attacks, so he still attacks for 1. Alright. That's game over. I forgot about him. So hang on, before I do that, Got to move other guys around. Can't move all of them. Got to move. So I moved these two. So let me put her there. And I exhaust to swap these two. Neither one of them are fast. All right, so now there's somebody there, so he doesn't do anything. Fight does 2 damage to the closest ally within 1 lane. So I don't want to get rid of him because I want him to attack him once. So it's going to be 2 damage on Miyuki. To the Miyuki. All right. So much fight abilities too. Like that's the biggest problem. Like these are the gray cards too, and they all have fight abilities. So they're always doing something to attack me. It's very difficult. Very difficult. All right. So now we fight. So he's going to attack for 1. He's going to attack for 1. Miyuki's going to attack for 1. Just little piddly damage. He's going to attack for 1. Puts us at 1 hit point. There's no way I'm taking him out without taking more damage from those guys. Yeah. He's going to attack for 3. I'm going to attack for 1. He takes me out. And then we got to reveal this card. Monster. So he's going to attack for 3, which takes me out. I'm going to attack for 4, which takes him out. Allows me to draw a card. Which now makes her ability basically useless. Because we go left to right. So she's in the far right, so she's not going to get that second attack. So she's going to attack the portal for 2. After striking portal for the first time in a turn, Echoed and a monster within 1 lane may strike each other. And there's unfortunately nobody there. Elusive 2. After striking a monster for the first time, which she just didn't do. See, that's where, like, you'd be able to move her down the lane. I probably shouldn't have. I was doing that to play her ability and probably shouldn't have. All right, so we'll get our armor back. Ready, everybody. So I got to get somebody here that can do 2 damage, basically, which is her, which is easy. I can easily do that. Problem is I got to block everything here to not hit my castle. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Gain mana. Let's do that first. 6. That's 8. Summon cards from the Horde deck. We're doing 1 and 1. Oh, hang on. Forgot to lose. I think it is. I think it's based on their strength. Pillage phase. To pillage a card, each player plays top card. Usually just minion pillages. Each monster pillages. They pillage a number of times equal to their attack. Yeah, that's what I thought. So 3, 4, 5. So we lose 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which actually makes that spell card better. Because maybe some allies got discarded there. Alright. So, we can block 1. So we're going to block him. He gets blocked. We're not going to end up blocking him because he's going to do 2 damage to her. He has to be engaged. So what's the spell again? Reduce. Reduce, release the spirit's mana. Bless any threat. Oh, okay, hang on. I can bless an ally. 3 ally. Bless 3 an ally. So I can put 3 armor on here. Okay. And it's reduced by the number of allies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is free. So we're going to do that. We're going to bless her with 3. Oh, we're gonna win this with 1 hit point. That is crazy. So we're gonna bless her with 3 armor. And we're gonna play this guy for 2. Play if Horse Monk is around. He's not, and he's fast. I don't care if he's fast. And then we're going to move her to an empty lane. So we're there. So right now we should only take 0 damage because this is going to block this one. And then this is going to block those 2. I think we're good. I think. Oh, I forgot to rotate this tonight. Oh, hang on. Reinforce 1 and rotate. Forgot to do that. All right. Resolve our treachery card. So, left guy attacks for 1. And then I retaliate for 1. Which is fine with me. I can draw a card. There's not a reason because I'm going to take out the captain now. Now resolve fight effects. Fight, if they're not engaged, doesn't affect. Fight, Chaser deals 2 damage to the closest ally within 1 lane. So 1, 2. And then he has no fight effect. All right. So, Horse would attack for 2. Doesn't really matter. 1, 2. He attacks for 1. Boop. I attack for 1. Boop. He attacks for 1. Boop. We're going to have to use all of our money to get healed back up. And then she attacks for 4. So he is gone. All right. So this will be our guy next, or she will be the Skybooter Queen will be our challenge next time. All right. That was by the skin of my teeth. Holy cow. I didn't even have to do timey-wimey shenanigans that time. That was crazy. All right, so we keep the 2, the 3, and the 4, but now we are bringing in the renegades for the next portal. Shuffle my cards and deck again. Reset you guys. You come back here. There. You guys go here. All right. I think I forgot to summon a guy on that turn. I think somehow I got off turn. Either way, I'm going to continue. Somebody will complain in the comments. I did forget to summon somebody. I'm thinking about it now. All right. All right, so that is my deck. I'll shuffle these guys again. Give me 1 second while I'm shuffling this. I'm going to turn the fan on. All right, it probably wouldn't be so bad if I'd been in my shorts, but not in my shorts. So here it is. All right, so let's get this shuffled up and see where we're at. Besides 1 hit point, we had some pillaging going on, didn't we? We had 1, 2, and we had 5. The other. Do we only ever have that 5? I think we only ever had that 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we were at 26. I forget about that in the campaign. I forget you got to get rid of your thing too. Yeah, Atlas is a beast too. So Atlas, you have to get rid of everybody in the row, because for each person in the row, he's going to give the last Atlas 1 additional attack and health. The initial guys that come in, they only they have reinforced 2, but they only have like 1 attack, 1 hit point. So the first couple are just kind of easy. It's the later ones, the last guy, he's 3 and 3 before they come in and add more to him. All right. So we're back in the anger again. So we have to do this. We have to repair. I think we're going to spend. I think we're going to have to spend pretty much everything on repairing. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. That's the first one, and we get to do our recruit. Let's go with these 2. I don't even know anymore. At this point, I recognize the cards, but I don't know how they play or what's better. Because so far, my current choices haven't been very good. All right, so I'm going to do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Which puts us at 18. So again. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. I like my kitty cat. Get on there. All right. I'm going to do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I forgot to do this, didn't I? 1, 2, 3, 4. And then do it again for what I just did. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're currently at 13 of 15. So we're almost back to full. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. I only have 2 cards left anyways. I don't like that supernova. Really don't. I mean, maybe it's like a coup de grace, like, okay, this is my final turn. And I don't really care for the starry aura. Let's go with these two. I think I'm gonna leave it at the 13. I think I'm fine with the 13. So we have 14 coins left. So with 14 coins, we can spend 4, puts us at 10 to do 4 damage to the portal, which, whee, that portal starts at 10. Good thing I'm doing this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Holy cow. I only get 4 mana with that one. Jeez. All right, I can only do that once. Now, infinite number of times. -3, I can make this, whatever comes out here, weaker. So let's go ahead and do that. 1, 2, 3. So that's going to have 1 damage coming out. And I can do this an infinite number of times. So 1, 2. I wish they were permanent, but they're not. And then 1, 2, 3. So there we go. Yeah, because I only have 2 gold left. All right, so I get 31, so that puts me at 33. 33. That was one thing I heard online too. In one of the forums, people were talking about, like, it seems like the amount of gold you get is so substantial that, like, you end up buying everything anyways. So it's like, kind of loses its fun. Ally. I think we'll keep all our allies. All right. So there we go. We are starting this one. So that is not the right way this deck goes. What did I do, Will? Well, you can see how well I shuffled, I guess. Somehow one time I flipped my hand, I guess. That'd be a new way to play. That'd be like kind of super easy. You have half of your deck is the wrong direction, so you can see what's coming up. All right. So round 1, gain mana, all 4 of it. Summon cards. We're only going to summon 1, which is good. Monster, monolith. It already didn't have any hit points. Fight. The minion gains +1 taunt. Ooh. So he's gonna automatically make this one have 1 more hit point. And then he taunts, which means I have to attack him first. If I'm not mistaken. I guarantee, I know there's a player aid. I need to print out the smaller player aid on BGG. I guarantee you there's one. Or make one myself. Taunt. At the end of the alliance phase, each unengaged monster with taunt from left to right taunts an ally. To taunt an ally, place the closest ally not engaged with a monster with taunt. Okay, so he's basically going to bring somebody to his lane no matter what. So if I engage by bringing them in, he's gonna pull them over. Okay, that's fine. And no reinforce. Oh geez, that's a lot. 10. I gotta get through 10. He's got a lot of, like, he's got 0, 1. He doesn't do a lot of reinforce. In the next round, he's going to reinforce a lot. So I need to bring both those guys down. All right. Now I just got to wail on him, I guess. So I only have 4 this time. So And whatever I put down, he's going to taunt over. Whatever I bring down here won't take any damage. Can I play 2? I'm going to have to play 2 because I can't bring 1 down and do it. So we're going to play these 2. Play if engaged with a monster is surrounded, and it's not. Does surrounded count the edge of the map? Or does it have to be on both sides? By the word, a card is surrounded if it has no empty adjacent lanes. For a Horde card, a lane is empty if it has no cards. For Alliance, if it has for an Alliance card, it is if it has no Alliance cards. So adjacent, it only has 1 adjacent lane. So technically that would work, but wrong order of operations again. I'm thinking of like, oh, I can do this play and then engage, but you can't. You have to play and then exhaust. Play. You can discard 1 card from your hand. If you do, he gains a number of attack equal to the mana cost of the discarded card. Ooh, now that wouldn't be too bad. If he had overkill, I'd like it better. Do I care about those guys culling off 3 at the beginning? No, I don't think so. Because I can just straight attack for a +5. Exhaust a minion and move, then it gains -1. I mean, I like this card, but I mean, that would allow me to do 5, 6, 7 damage in the first turn. Or I could do 6. Lead Hunter, so exhaust. Lead Hunter engages a minion and moves. Then it may gain -1 to ready. So he can bring, okay, so he can bring a couple of the minions in, is what he does. Let's do that. Let's go ahead and get rid of him. So we're going to play this guy here, which is going to cost us 2, 1, 2. And then we got rid of this, so that gives us a temporary 5. 3, 4, 5. All right, so that gives us a temporary 5. And then we're going to play this guy here, because he's going to taunt anyway, so we're just put him there. The playability, if the engaged monster is surrounded, it's unfortunately not. It would get -2. Well, what I could do, I don't know, I could do this. No, can't do that. Because it's on play, I can't exhaust yet. Because now I'm in my exhaust stage. Dang it. Alright. That's fine. I don't want to exhaust either one, there's no point. So, now we go to the treachery phrase. So, treachery is the farthest right, which is him. Pillage 2 cards, so it really didn't matter. It didn't matter who it was pillage 2 cards. Alright. Now we're going to go to the fight. The Z-like minions gain 1. Fine, I'll let you have it. And then here's a question. Does this go away? I'm gonna think yes. I'm gonna think this is gonna go away, so it's kind of a waste of my gold now. Oh well. So now we're going to attack. He attacks for completely 0 because he was at 0 and I made him even more 0. I'm going to attack him for 1. And then I'm going to attack for 7. Oh, I forgot I'd reduced it. I paid that cost, didn't I? So that actually takes it to 0. That's exactly what, that's great. So get rid of that. Turn that. Bring her. Wow, I brought her in the first turn. That might have been too early. That might have been too early. Oh, man. That might have been too early. All right. Get rid of all the temporaries. And that's it. Bring her in. Skyboot Queen. Fight. Closest monster gains +3 attack and taunt. So she's going to taunt 2. She's going to give him 3 attack. Okay, no bueno. All right, we didn't take anybody out. So Horde phase, gain my mana. I'm gaining 6 this time, though. We're at 8. It is at 8 as well. And summon. So now it's, unfortunately, because when you go into the next one, it immediately makes it harder. So, oh, I forgot. Pillage, sorry. 3. 2, 3. Luckily, I bought almost all the cards for my deck, so a little bit of pillaging doesn't hurt as much. 1, 2, 3. 20 coins. All right. Spell monoliths. Play. The Ynir gains 2. Where's the Ynir? Ynir. 1, 2. And 2 temporary attack. So you either leave them up here so they don't have 4 attack and you lose 2 cards, or you bring them down and probably lose somebody. And charge the strongest ally. So he is going to charge. Now this was a rule thing that I was very confused about, and I've never gotten clarification on. Is when they charge, if there is no ally to charge, do they charge? Charge left, right, etc. To charge left, right, place the monster in the leftmost or rightmost lane without monsters, not considering the monster itself. To charge the weakest, strongest ally, if that ally is unengaged, place the monster in the lane of that ally. So, yeah, so it says place in the lane of that ally. So he can't charge. So he just hangs out. It didn't do anything because I didn't have an ally there for him to charge. Works for me. That was the first card. Second card, monster. Fight effect. The Zephyr minions gain plus. Man, they could keep making them Z-like minions good, stronger. And then they charge right. So basically, they will come in because it doesn't require an ally to come in. So they're coming in no matter what to this lane. So I don't need to engage them. And then he has armor 1. Me. Armor 1. All right, my turn. My turn. All right. So, I only have to do 3 damage to her. He does 2 damage, but he doesn't have any play. He needs 1 more damage. So, what can we do? Got my kitties. And I got my elusive. And I've got enough mana to do it. So we're going to put my kitty here because it can attack to the side. So that's going to cost me 1. Oh, no, I can't. This takes 2 turns. Dang it. This takes 2 turns. And nobody I have does 3 damage. Because when I exhaust, I can't ready him again. I don't even think I can do it. If I do the castle, I don't think I can do it either. Because I think with the castle, the same thing. I think it allows me to do both in any order. Which really just allows me to do an engage. It doesn't let me ready myself. Okay. I think it's fine. And we're going to play her here. 1, 2, 3, 4. We are going to exhaust. Now we're on my actual turns. We're going to exhaust 1 to give him 1, which is really going to do absolutely nothing to that. But I want it so then I can attack her on the subsequent turn because she's going to take him out. I need to take something out. He's going to take this out, so we'll get to do 1 card draw. Those guys, nothing's going to happen. I'm leaving her alone. Or do I put him here this round? So he can... Maybe I do. Maybe I do that. Maybe I am going to do the castle's ability. So I'm going to exhaust the castle to allow me to exhaust and engage. He's going to engage these guys. Because, right, he's bringing the Zephylites. Yeah, he's bringing the Zephylites in. So he's going to bring these guys in. She's here. I want her here because I want her to be able to shoot through. Because then she's going to be able to no, that's not gonna. I was thinking, oh, I could move her and then she could attack him. He's gonna attack it anyways. I want to use her elusive, but she needs to go to the right for that elusive to work. And I can't put her here because those guys are gonna be there. He luckily doesn't attack, so I don't care. Yeah, because I can make the +3 go to him instead of him. Okay. That's what we're doing. Treachery card. The far right attacks, so it actually attacks anyways. Does 1 damage to me. I do 1 damage back to it. Which allows me to draw a card. And then fight. The Z-Fight minions gain +1. Yay. Fight. The closest monster gains +3. So he's already gone. I'm going to do it there. Well, he's still going to attack my guy. Fight. The Z-Light minions gain +1. These guys got way too thick. And then charge right. Charge right means they go all the way to the right. I was mistaken. That's where they would have shown up. I mean, it worked out anyways because I eliminated them. Otherwise, they would have ended up here. Just, I guess, fine, all things considered. Oh, I forgot to turn this 90 degrees. Oh, I forgot to reinforce 2 as well. Dang it. So I would have needed to put 1 on him. Actually, would have been 1 on him. Dang it. I keep skipping steps. I gotta remember to keep going down the card because I'm just not familiar enough with this game. So I needed to read that. It would have gone right. I would have put her here, not there. Because right, he would go all the way right. So that's where I would have put her. So, fight. We did that. He got armor 1. And then no fight ability, no fight ability. Okay. Now lanes attack. So I attack for 1, which gets rid of him. He attacks for 3, which gets rid of me. And I get to draw a card. All right. I attack for 2. And she attacks for 3. So that takes me out. All right. This does nothing. I attack for 2 to the portal. After striking the portal the first time in turn, she and another monster within 1 lane may strike each other. So she strikes for 2. They would strike for 4. Do I let them strike her, or do I go here? It's not going to take it out because she needs to be able to do 3 damage to it, but it would put 1 damage and then the next turn she could take it out. Unfortunately, the elusive won't allow her to move. Like, I'd want to move her here. He's not going to take me out. But something could... No, something would be here. We're only summoning 1. So she's still good to go through and being able to do ping damage. I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. 1, 2... I'm going to do this. I'm going to get rid of this guy. Just in case. I mean, I should have it next round because I should be able to put somebody here and take her out. Alright, they're going to do 4 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then they're going to attack for 1. Now I'm attacking for 1. So that allows me to draw another card. And I take 1 damage. Okay. So, on exhaust, flip over tokens, pillage, 1, 2, 3. So it's based on their attack. So this still, hang on. Do I remove the temporary first or pillage first? Pillage first. Okay. So they're still doing 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. And now the temporary tokens come off. And now he goes back. Clean up stuff. All right. So, gain mana. I get 6. That puts me at 8 again. Only one Horde card is coming out this time. Spell, play, reinforce 3, exhaust 1 ally. So reinforce 3 is to the portal, which is... Oh, no. It goes to her. Because it goes to her before the portal. Dang it. And I have to exhaust an ally. So we'll exhaust her. That's fine. I'm fine with that. So I need to be able to do 4 damage. I've got a guy that can do 4 damage. Bloop. Bloop. So that cost me 1, 2, 3. I really doesn't even matter. Like, it really doesn't even matter to do any of this. Because I guarantee you I have 6 allies in here now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So can I get a rebate? Can I get a tax rebate on that one? Because I have 11. So we're gonna play that for free, which then gives him +3. I don't need to do this. I'm just doing it because it's fun. Just because it's fun. And sure, let's play that just because it's fun. 1, 2. And he is surrounded, so he gets +1 armor. Yeah. So now we're going to, I don't want to move anybody. I really don't care to engage. She's going to be taken out, so I'm not doing anything really. Treachery, deal 1 damage to the castle. So, bloop. All right. Fight. She's going to give them +3. Boop. Fight. No more fights. So then I'm going to attack for 4, 7, which is 3, 1. That is enough. Oh no, hang on. Oh, she's at 6. Oh, she's at 4. Is that enough? Yeah. Okay. Good thing I did that. I wasn't paying attention. I was looking at her attack. So I'm going to do my 3 blocks her 3 basically. And then I'm going to do my regular 4 damage to what she has left. So 3, 4. So that takes her out. She's going to attack me for 3, which takes me out. You're supposed to do that. You're supposed to like put all the tokens on. I don't need to do the rest. She was defeated, right? You don't have to do the rest. All right. So that is that. That was much easier than the previous rounds. It's amazing what happens once you have a deck of cards. Those first couple games are kind of rough. First couple games are rough because you don't have any... oops, hang on. No, I do still have to do everything else. I do need to do the pillage and all that stuff because I think the win condition, the end phase, is when you check if you have... Yeah, it's during the end phase. So the pillage still has to happen. So I am going to lose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I am losing 7 more gold. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm at 18 gold, which is fine. I'm fine with it. All right, so this is the scenario we're going to do this time. All right, keep our stage 2s. Got our last stage 1 portal in here. We only need 2 of you guys to have hearts anymore. And all you guys go back in a key. And basically, we're going to heal to full and grab the rest of those cards is pretty much what's probably going to happen. I got to keep the top lane clean. So for Atlas to come in, the top lane pretty much has to be clean. Yeah. And then Reinforce 2 is she's adding Reinforce 2 to resolve the Reinforce keyword, place 1. Oh, so actually that Reinforce earlier was to the minion. So with the least hit points. It wasn't to add a block there. Again, it wouldn't have mattered because the least hit points were the no, sorry, it goes to these minions. So I probably would have lost like another coin. Was it reinforced or was it, what was that card? What did that spell make me do? Where did I get that reinforce? I don't even remember why I had to do that. Oh well. Do not remember. Do not remember. Alright. So. Alright, so that is that. Let's get these guys shuffled back up. And again, this is difficulty 1.5, right? And I don't think, I mean, I'd have to go back and watch the video, and probably wouldn't be too hard to see. I don't remember seeing any of the white cards, the ones with the white icon, being out when I was about to lose any of those first two games. First two games had some timey-wimey shenanigans in it, and I know I made it work. I believe I backtracked enough to not cheat. Who knows? All right, so we're now doing the Trader Blade again. -3, the price of heroes. Each player places a legendary ally set aside. Oh, first we have to go find that. The weakest legendary again. That was... Going by weakest, I'm going with the fact that it's the attack makes it the weakest. If I'm going put her there. Play 3 coin to put her back on top. Do I really want to? 6. I'm going to start at 4. I have 17. All right, so we're going to recruit. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. All right. Yep. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. There's something in all of them I don't like. And we'll just do these two. That's fine. Right. These go back in. We're going to do it again, so I don't even know why I'm putting them up. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. I don't know if you repair, like earlier I didn't do this because I was thinking, okay, you can't go above your maximum when you repair. There's rebuild. Repair, rebuild. No, where's repair? Must just be for the campaign. I don't know. Repair. Can you repair above your starting value? Reinforce, rebuild. Where is it? All right, now we gotta find where it talks about our castle. Castle card. Place a castle, track, tokens 10 to 10 side. If there are 2 players, choose another castle that remain out of play. I don't know if you can. Do not know if you can. Strike, damage, front lines, destruction, mana. Minions, ready, outsider. Reinforce, rotate. That's your turn. Treachery phase, fight phase. Pillage phase. End phase. Campaign castle. Chooser's castle. Do not know. Gold cannot be negative. Nothing happens if it's 0. Gold at most can be 40. Mary setup. Set the castle's health to a level it was at the end of your previous game. Start with 10 gold. Castle's full health. Scenario. Recruit X. So I'm talking about the recruit action. And recruit the offer. Nothing in here talks about repair or the castle has a, okay, here, health. An effect references the health card. You must consider the printed value modified token convert. There is no maximum or minimum health value. So, did they call the castle's health? They do call it health. Okay, so so I figured it out. But again, that was a very roundabout way to figure it out. If they would have just had like a repair section, would have solved it. But it does call it health. It says there is no minimum or maximum health. So in that previous game, when I went down to 1, I wouldn't have been, because I did those recruit actions and I did not increase the health of my castle. So we're gonna do it again. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Metrics is 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll take these two. We'll do it again. 1. I guess the castle health can't go above 20 though. It says there's no maximum, but I can't go above 20. 1, 2, 3, 4. Doesn't matter. All right, we got all of our cards. We got all the cards. We get gold, but the gold doesn't matter because this is the last round. Oh, I was about to shuffle. Stop that, Will. Get those cards back. What was I doing? All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm probably going to mulligan this because I don't think I like any of these guys and I want to shuffle. Yeah, I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want that. I'll keep the monk. Lead Hunter's good, but he's expensive. Lead Hunter's good, but he's expensive. Mulligan all 3 of those. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So, final round. This took way longer than it should have. Some of it was looking up rules again. Some of it was just me making bad plays. And some of it's just because I'm slow at playing this and I'm trying to explain what I'm doing. See, most of the, I guess the other videos, technically when I watch those are all pre-recorded so they can edit out all that stuff where I was trying to look up rules. Pretty much. All right, so we're going to start with Game Man. Already did it. Summon minions. Give me 2. Oh, I still had a little bit more. I probably had like 3 more. I could do this 0. I'm going to go ahead and do the 0. Summon a monster right off the bat. Because that gives me 3 mana. 2, 3. Give me more mana at the beginning. That's fine. We'll go with that. All right. So, still need to do 2 more though. Monster. Fight. Don't like that one. Oh, she brought all of her pirate buddies. All her pirate buddies in the first round. Very thematic. Very thematic final round. Ew. So fight, he's going to pillage 3 cards. Fight. He does ally in a lane. And Piner does 3 damage, 2 to engage ally. So automatically he does damage to the engaged ally. Okay. I don't think I want to put anybody in. We need to take this out. That's our priority, right? We got to take that out. So we can start bringing those in. And they only have 1 hit point each, but again, if these guys are here, then they're going to buff the last one. So I kind of have to take them out. 4, 2, 2. All right, he can take out this guy. So I think we're going to do that. Maybe these 2. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now choose an ally. It gains and resolve the playability of an ally in the discard pile, which I can't do because there's nobody in the discard pile. So got everybody. We're going to... Oh, I can do this. I can do this discard effect on this guy because it gives him more attack. We're going to bring him in here. Discard a card from my hand. I did. It only gives him one attack. One is better than nothing. We're going to play... So that was 2. 1, 2. I'm going to play him. 1, 2. The next play ability resolves 1 additional time this turn. So, I mean, I could do the... So the Falcon Monk basically does 1 damage. But I had no cards in my hand. Okay, so let's change this order. Change this order. I want to do this guy first. Here. No. Here. Yeah, I'm going to put him there for 1. Then we're going to play him. Play him here. Let's switch this. Switch this. There, there, there. Okay. So, play him. The next ability goes twice. If I have 0 cards in my hand, deal 2 damage. So I did 2, and I get to fire that off again, 2. So that automatically took that guy out. So, draw a card. 2, 4, 5, 6. I was at 7, so that puts me at 1. So I can't play this card, which is my sensei. Alright. Flip over. Treachery card. Treachery, the right guy attacks. So he's going to attack for 2. 1, 2. And then I'm going to retaliate for 3. Which is enough to take him out. And I get to draw a card. Then fight effects. Fight. Chaser deals 2 damage to the closest ally within 1 lane. So we will just... Oh, I forgot to exhaust him and spend that other mana to get an attack on him. Should have done that. And also I should have... 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. I don't need 8. So he should have engaged. Yeah, he should have engaged. Alright. So, did that. Alright, now fight. So he is going to fight them. That is 1 for you. Hard. And 1 for you. Go away. It's fine. They're going to fight. He's attacking for 1. There. Although now it gets +1 attack. I'm not gonna cry over a +1 attack. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and now do 6 damage. Takes down to 0. I forgot to rotate this, but no. Alright, that goes there. And stage 1 goes here. Alright. I thought this only had 1, it had 2. Right, and we did all that. Right? Right. Create a temporary token. Oops, hang on. Village first. Village for 1. Right. And get temporary tokens. Bring you in. Here. And add a attack token to you. Merry Christmas! You get a token. Alright, and exhaust. Alright, you go to 8. Gain 6. Alright, so we only need to do 1 damage now. Which Sensei can do. So, play Sensei. And then he's going to... Oh, he increases the playability. The neighbor. Means I really want him down here, but I don't have. Oh. Technically, that 2 damage, the closest would be the one in front of him. Because he's the closest. This is 191. But he should have taken 1 damage. No, 2 damage. Right? Oh, and then he would have taken another. Somehow I missed this damage. Yeah, somehow I missed that damage. That's your right. Okay. And then he still would have taken 1 damage from him. Yeah. I don't know how I messed up there. That's fine. If the horse monk is surrounded, so I could do this. Let's do this. We're gonna put him here because remember I can move. I forget I can move guys. So we're gonna put him there. I'm going to put him there. So that's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I could bring him in back. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to bring him back. Basically makes him free to play. And then now we're going to exhaust him. Pay 1 mana. We're going to, oh, sorry, when he increased the neighbor by 2. So Horse Monk is surrounded, he gets +1, so it actually will be +2 shields. All right? And then we're going to move him to an open space. Right there. That last portal. No, I defeated that portal in the first round, right? Yeah. I was making sure I didn't miss any reinforce. So let's. I'm not worried about losing my deck. I'm not worried about that 1 reinforce. I'll just keep attacking mode. Yeah. Because rebuild 4, I basically get to put 4 cards back in and draw a card. So he can't do anything though, so I guess I will. I guess I will bring because he can't do anything. So we'll go, yeah, let's bring it in. Why not? Bring it in, why not? Bring it in, everybody. All right. Oh. I didn't even do this step. Dang it, I completely skipped that step. Spell. Reinforce 2. This may, I don't know if this will change what I do, but yeah, I forgot to even play these. So it should be 2 and reinforce 2. Monster. And then reinforce 2. Yeah, that's fine. It doesn't change. All right. So now we do treachery. Now we rotate this. Now we do treachery. There's just so much happening right there at that 1 second that I just wanted to start playing and beat up on that guy. All right. Guy in the right attacks. So he's going to attack Sensei for 1. And Sensei is going to take him back for 1. All right. Then we do fight effects. Fight. Chaser deals 2 damage to the closest ally. Him again. Fight. Pillage 3 cards. Issue is if you were not engaged with somebody, no more fight abilities there, and then his fight abilities come back into. All right. Main battle. She attacks. He blocks it. He attacks. She is gone. Draw a card. Bring this one down. Alright. Attack for 1. Attack for 1. You are gone. Draw a card. 5 health though. Ooh. Alright. Um, 2. And then attacks back for 1. So get another turn on that. 4. 1, 2, 4. And they knock each other. Well, no, he doesn't knock each other. He takes 1. He takes another 1. They're gone. Draw a card. All right. Temporary effects are gone. Pillage. 1, 2, 3. Right, he comes in. All right. Don't forget this time. Gotta do these. Gotta do the bag. All right. 1, so that's 7. It's gonna be 1 and 1. That's it. Ready. 1. Spell. Play. Xenolite minion gains 2. And 1 permanent attack. Ooh. I don't like you guys. That's 4. At least they didn't put in somebody here, so I mean, I guess that's better than nothing. All right. So that's easy. That's a done deal there. Unfortunately, she came in. This was still out. So he gets +1 for each monster. It's per each monster, so only having 1 out there isn't too bad because we only have 1 more health. All right. Should we do the destroyer? Destroyer wasn't helping us much. It kept hurting our own castle. That actually is, honestly, when I lost all that damage, it was because of this. It was like I almost needed that box to pull that cat back to stop doing that. Right, I only have 1 space. So who do I want? Do I want Yuki? No, I think I want Snake Monk. The Snake Monk has the most. Yeah, if she allows me to place anything to discard pile for free, we'll go ahead and spend it. Doesn't matter who we attach it to. Who's gonna die? This guy? Yeah, I'll attach it to him. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. All right. Now I get to exhaust. So we're going to exhaust and add another token to him. We're stocking him up so he can take out the boss when it comes in. All right. I don't think I have any more exhaust I want to do. Oh yeah, exhaust Sensei to get these jumbos out here because Sensei can't do anything else. Yeah, that's where we got. All right. Fight ability, fight, pillage 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. No fight. Fight, I could bring him back. I don't want to. All right. So now we're going to. Oh, forgot to do the treachery card, didn't we? Treachery card for the fight ability. This should have happened. Treachery all the way to the right. Deal 1 damage to the castle. That's fine. I'm fine with that. All right. So they attack. It does 1 damage to me. And I do 1 damage to it. Which lets me draw a card. Puts him down a key. All right. And the kitty attacks for 2. 1, 2. And then attacks for 1. Oops, forgot. During this I should have attacked my own castle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, attacks for 1. Then I attack for 2. He's still not going. Jeez. Attack for 4. 1, 2. I get to rebuild 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come back on top of my deck. Draw a card. All right. And then this goes to 10. Does 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. He does 1 damage. This does 1, 2, 3, 4. So he's gone. All pillage for 2. Bring out the boss. Wash, rinse, repeat. All right, ready. Oh, this guy should have been taken out. Sorry, he was lost. Oh, I see now. That makes sense why I shouldn't be like discarding the cards back into my deck until when it says to, because that particular thing, right? When I defeated the portal, it let me rebuild, and those cards wouldn't be in the discard yet. So, actually, luckily, I played it right that round. All right, so I only need to do 4 damage. He only does 2, so I'm gonna have to trade him with one of these guys. It doesn't matter which one. So it doesn't matter what I play. Does not matter. 3, I get 6, so 9. Touch ally has +2 attack and barrier. Play for each lane from the left or right. The attached ally and the monster there may strike each other. So if I added this to him, they would immediately strike when I play this. And it gives him +2 attack. Yeah, that's it. We're good. That's game. So we're going to do 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to attach that. Oh, hang on. Let me flip my shield over. We're attaching that. 4, play for each lane from left to right. The attached ally and the monster there may, from left to right, each one may attack, is how I'm reading it, right? For each lane from left to right, they may attack. They can choose to attack as soon as I played that. So I'm going to attack. 4 does 4 damage. Tiakobo, no. Mas, how much damage did it do to me? It had +1, so 4. So, doesn't matter. That was a win. That was actually the cleanest play I've had, but everything was like coming out and knocking them out really quick. So let's go ahead and give some quick first impressions. If anybody's still going to be watching this far, because that took 2 hours. That took about an hour longer than I thought it was going to. About 30 minutes. All right, there we go, guys. So we're going to go over the different things. So the first thing is components. Of course, I have the deluxe edition from the Kickstarter, so I have all the deluxe chunky bits. I have the playmat. All of it's great. Like all this is high quality. Love the arts and the graphics on it is great. The card quality, even before I sleeved them, is a nice thick card quality. So they've done a really good job here. The player aid, I'm glad I have a player aid. The only thing, and I've mentioned it throughout the entire playthrough, is the rulebook really needed a true overhaul, not by the people that have built and developed and designed and played the game. And that's the problem. Like I said, they basically copy and pasted their monolith rulebook back into this rulebook. And I don't remember what the original rulebook was, because when I backed it, I got the original game as part of monolith, so I didn't get the original rulebook. But there's just areas that they should have just added a little bit more. I mean, they got all these huge boxes and all these huge graphics that don't help me at all. It should say, okay, you are battling. You did this. Did you defeat the portal? Yes. Did you not defeat, and it should kind of go through those steps. And then those things they mentioned in the key concepts should be in that section as well. For example, like I said, drawing a card. When you're going over doing the damage, it doesn't talk about drawing a card. It's in this box on this one page. And I'm not going to go back to key concepts. I'm in the middle of the battle, right? Same thing as when you're setting up the campaign. There's a couple things that aren't clear. If you watch through the playthrough, you understand where those weren't clear, because I kept reading through the rulebook to figure out what should I do, because I wanted to make sure I was playing it right for you guys. But otherwise, everything is a stellar production. It's great component quality. Mechanics. So the way the mechanics are is you have these decks, right? And the limitation of your card is a loss condition. You have your towers you're trying to do. The way the enemies come out and you fight them, and the mix and match nature of it, right? So you mix and match any of your minions to put them together. You can even deck build. You can mix and match the different factions together, right? The different alliances together. And I really like that. It's really unique how they've done it, right? It's really unique how they've accomplished that in this particular game. And there's so much variability. Now, the only thing is, and this leads me into the difficulty, is the game is difficult. Even on easy, the game is difficult. So especially in the campaign, in the campaign really probably isn't the way you should introduce somebody, even though they're kind of like play a campaign because it makes it easier because you get to learn a little bit of the cards as you go. The problem is your deck is so much less that you can't combat decking out, which is what happened to me. It was like I either needed to keep bringing the minions down and then losing my guys and losing them so I wouldn't deck out, or I, focus on trying to get those guys going and attacking the portal, right? So it's a balance. And that kind of goes with the mechanics too. So, but the difficulty is high, right? As I mentioned, I was playing on like 1.5. So the only white, so on the bottom of the cards, there's a color, and that's how you set the difficulty. The only white cards were the Skybooter cards, and I don't even know how often I saw those. I wasn't paying attention. That means only 1/6 of the deck were those harder cards, and it was still hard. And I think that's the one thing a lot of people say, it's hard. Now, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Well, considering that I keep playing it, even though I keep losing, or was losing, yeah, it's fine. You have to figure out how to beat them. You got to learn the decks. The second thing is that difficulty is a lot of these games are designed for you to learn how to deck build, which means it becomes a lifestyle game, which again is why the rule book is the way it is. They had their play testers and people that knew the game say, does this rules make sense? Well, of course, you already knew how to play the game. So take that as it will. Could you make the game easier beyond what I was mentioning there? Possibly. I know there's a website where you can build decks, but I don't know if people can post their decks there, kind of like Marvel Champions and a lot of the LCGs that people post their decks and you can use their decks. But I'm trying to think of like any other ways to make it easier. I think in regular mode, you're not worried about the decking out as much. So that would be slightly easier. In campaign, the only option would be on the very first turn, don't do any reinforce, right? Don't add the reinforce tokens. Or when you build the deck, it says to only build it with the gray and the 2 purple. Maybe instead you put in half of the white, right? It's really the only way to increase your longevity in that first round, right? But yeah, otherwise, I mean, that's kind of the difficulty. Next, Fun 2, I've not played it at 2-player with Oddly doing a lane defense. This I pretty much bought for solo because I've heard that's the best way to play it. It can be played co-op. The only difference is it might be easier in co-op. I haven't read the co-op rules. I don't think the Horde goes twice. Well, no. These flip over. So sorry. So your portal flips over. So right now on round 1, it's 1-0. It's 1-0. Round 2 is 1-3, 2-3, right? And then round 4 is 1-0, 1-0. And then round 4 is 1-0 and becomes 1-3. So they basically add more draw or more reinforcement. So it looks like it's balanced around that. But yeah, I basically played it solo. I like it as a nice solo puzzle to try to figure out how to beat and defeat the lanes. What do I need to do first and optimize? And it's just all my playthrough. I'm not optimized. That one last turn, or the first turn, I had to play my cards like 3 times to figure out, okay, what was the proper order to play these in? And again, I think that comes with, again, playing the game more, playing a single faction more. And there's, 3, 6, 9, 12, there's 12 factions. So again, lifestyle game, I think. Last thing is the theme. So it is a mismatch of themes. I think the theme works for what this is, right? It is a defense game, so having that fantasy aesthetic is great. Each of the factions has their own theme, or alliances has their own theme. Each of the factions have their own theme. So there's theme all over the place. And I think it all fits pretty good. The only thing I don't feel with the theme is what I mentioned at the beginning, and that's, the campaign book, the story is just, it's like a paragraph, it's like 3 or 4 paragraphs of text based around the scenario card. That's it. Like, it's not telling you anything more about what's going on and who you're fighting and what you're doing. Now, it said, of course, when I read the intro, there are lore books. I don't think you should have to buy a lore book for a campaign if you're going to be playing this as a campaign game. Now, did those lore books come out first? Maybe. Is this a larger universe because it involves Onward, and now they got the Dice Quest, I think, which is up on crowdfunding right now? Sure. Have I looked to see, can I download them? No. Have I checked to see what the prices are? No. So when it comes to, like, as a campaign to learn more about this story, that's where the theme falls flat for me, because I'm not currently wanting to learn more about the story because of how they handled the campaign book. If the campaign book would have been more of an actual story, then I would be more engrossed in the world. And maybe then I might check out the lore books, right? But as it is now, I don't really care about who these guys are. I care about their mechanics and what they're doing and how they're interacting, and then learning how thematic their abilities are to who they are, right? So there you go. That's the theme. Those are my, I guess, third impressions. These aren't my first impressions. This is my first impression live. But if you want to watch more of this with probably just as many mistakes, let me know down in the comments. Let me know who I should match up. There is one more beginning. There's one more beginner campaign. So the last campaign that I haven't played the Monoliths campaign. I played Renegade, I've played Skybooter. But if you want to watch Monoliths or watch me painfully try to do one of the more difficult ones, like I said, let me know down in the comments. Otherwise, if you want to watch that gameplay when it goes live, make sure you subscribe, bell notification, all that YouTube stuff. Until next time, guys. Peace.